time. And that could be another villager down. Let's see this. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, so many archers down! Oh my gosh! Hello everyone, my name is Nobody. Welcome to Game 1, Round 1 of this first matchup in the Mangrove Shallows Cup. This is a tournament hosted by MemTV and Shirazini with a generous donation from a Chinese sponsor. I have to look up his name, but you can find his name. It's all over AoE Zone. If you go through the tournament, you can do exclamation mark MSC, and yeah, MSC to be check out check out Mem's stream and that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is with a very select number of maps that are all kind of bog themed. There is a balance patch on all these maps such that all the water ships, all the ships on water, are nerfed against land units. So hopefully we won't be seeing all water. It's been tweaked a few times. And this tournament is for $10,000. Total grand prize pool. There are 5 rounds in the Swiss stage. You have to win 3 of those 5 rounds to advance to the quarterfinals. And then from there on, it's a single elimination tournament. All the best players are playing. Right now, we have ACCM on the bottom left playing in purple as the... Oh, let me use my capture age. Mongols. And in green, we have Leary playing as the Mayans. I'm not 100% sure on the balance with these civilizations on this particular kind of map, but I can tell you that usually Mayans has a bit of an advantage because Mayans are a really, really strong civilization on all maps. Mongols can be especially strong, though, if there's a lot of hunt, and I don't particularly see a lot of hunt. I see a rhino, I see an elephant, I see a zebra, but that is all the standard hunt that you normally get. Looks like Leary is here to lame a little bit. And yeah, looks like everything's going smoothly, so I'm pretty happy about that. Villager is coming in, and Leary's going to try to block it. I don't think he has enough space to, but he's going to try anyway, and he's not going to lose any HP. But that's not too bad. But the Rhino is going back! Oh no! Oh no, the Rhino's going back! And here's ACCM Scout. Here comes the Villager. A little bit laggy to start things off. But that is not the best thing ever. And here comes the Villager coming back. So that is going to slow down ACCM just a little bit, especially because he's playing as the Mongols. You want that hunt in nice and early. I would bet you ACCM's trying to go for the quickest feudal age possible by getting all that hunt nice and early. So any little delay here could be 1 villager more that he has to build and could delay his feudal time. And that's an advantage you don't want to give up because the mines, again, are so strong. They start with an extra villager. All their resources last longer. They get some really good archers and access to the Eagle Warrior and Plumed Archer, which are very strong. Let's take a look at Leary's map. Top we have his gold, left stone. Stone is very important in the mine, so there's the 2 stones. Gold is in a safe position. Berries are a little forward. And this is a very open map. But this cliff helps just a little bit, but not too much, because it's really hard to wall there. Taking a look at ACCM's map, Berries on the left. Can wall here. Leary's still hanging around this elephant because he knows ACCM wants to collect that. And ACCM, yeah, it's going to be risky. Does he have Loom? Has Loom researched, but it's still risky. I would want your scout if you're ACCM. ACCM has a scout north. It's not going to help out. Leary, is he going to see this? Here's the fog of war of ACCM. And Leary's going to try to block. There is quite a lot of lag in this game. And because of that, it looks like the elephant's going back. It only got hit once. You need to hit it twice, of course. Here comes this village is going to come over. This is a unique play. And she's going to try to prevent the eagle from blocking this elephant. And looks like it'll be successful. ACCM will get his elephant in. But it certainly slowed down his build, and we'll see what time he goes up in. Mongols, the fastest I like to see players go up is usually 19 pop. Sometimes they go up 18 pop. 20 pop is a little late for Mongols. 21, it's like you don't even have a bonus at all. So gold in the back, stone in the back for ACCM. Stone, again, important for the Mongols. And one thing, so it looks like we have a Dark Age rush from Leary. ACCM going to go up for a fast feudal on 20 population. and probably will go for scouts. He's got to defend this Dark Age Rush first. One thing I forgot to mention, I forgot to introduce these players because I was a little distracted by setting up Capture Age and that kind of stuff. But Leary is one of the strongest players. Every player you ask, who's the second strongest player in Age of Empires 2, it's always they say Leary, probably for the last year. Maybe MBL 3, debatable. But they always say Leary, and he's had some really good tournament performances. Performed well in Hidden Cup 2, most recently. So, and I think the strength of Leary's game, he's a very, very fast player. Every player has strengths and weaknesses. He's a super fast player. Great decision-making as well. A pretty aggressive player. ACCM is always in the tournaments, though, because he really deserves to be there. One of the top Vietnamese players, plays on all the top Vietnamese teams. Hopefully we'll be able to give Leary a run for his money. And maybe pull off the upset, because that is possible. Villager's going to go back. And ACCM can have some unorthodox plays of his own, but a very experienced, a very veteran player. Certainly, we're not talking about him being phased by playing Leary or being phased by playing in a big tournament for a lot of money, because he's already done that many, many times. And that's a poor fight for ACCM to take. Going to lose a lot of HP on his scout. Did get those quick walls up, and there's the stable, but you can kind of see ACCM panicking a little bit. Not panicking, but these are not optimal decisions. These are not optimal walls. The stable's up a little bit late. Not looking too good because Leary's putting on a lot of pressure. Is he going to try to run past that town center? That would have been a poor decision. How is ACCM's food looking like? Low on food, low on wood. Got two scouts queued. But so far, ACCM, this is a perfect reflection. What are you doing, Leary? Running past the town center and for nothing. Lost a lot of HP on those militias. That was a mistake. The one big thing that you can see how ACCM's not playing optimally because he's under pressure, doesn't have any of the eco upgrades. You can see on the bottom right, doesn't have horse collar or bit axe. That villager getting kind of low. This one's going to get super low, but is going to get out of there, and that's perfect. And those upgrades, they cost food, they cost wood. Right now, ACCM not even floating any food, so how the hell do you afford an upgrade that costs food? The answer is you don't. Yeah, you build a dock. That's the answer. You build a dock. Here comes those scouts coming out. ACCM eventually did clear up that Dark Age Rush, but what's things looking like at Leary's base? Leary has 4 farms down, still taking a little extra food, resources, 200 food in the bank. But notably, Leary has gotten both of his economy upgrades, horse collar and bit axe, and he's also gone for a double barracks build. This is quite unusual, even for the Mayans. And I wonder what prompted Leary to go for the double barracks build. Perhaps because it's a very open map? Perhaps, but ACCM is walling it off. I haven't watched any games of Leary within the last probably 2 months, so I can't tell you if this is a new Leary strategy. But we'll see how this shakes out. And there we go, Demorath coming out. I have no clue how this thing is going to perform against units because there's been some balance changes. The players, I'm sure, have played with the balance changes, unless you're ACCM, who might not have downloaded the maps, so I'm not sure. Let's see how this thing does. Did some decent damage, killed the spearman. Did a little bit to the eagle warrior. That is a big question. What experience does ACCM have with these balance changes if he didn't have the maps downloaded? I do not know. Maybe he was expecting that demo to do a lot more damage. But archery range coming up from Leary. Leary is not concerned at all about getting docks out, and the only place he could get a dock out is right there, I think. And maybe here? So maybe that's his problem. A lot of food economy for ACCM. He's really farmed up after this. Normally what you do after you go scouts is you go archery ranges. Instead we have a dock for ACCM, and the rest of the wood he's seeded into farms. So thinking about Castle Age. Meanwhile, Leary has 1 extra military production building. Gonna have another extra building. Let's see how this guy does. Oh my god! Four eagles down. That was some big damage. Couldn't even tell that demo raft was nerfed at all. So out of some of the nerfs, we should talk about them. The galleys build slower. I think by like 20 seconds. For reference, they usually take about 60 seconds to build. I think the attack of them has all been nerfed against land units, and their armor has also been nerfed. So land units don't take as much damage. Land units can do more damage. But as you saw right there, the demo raft's still very formidable. And I'm kind of glad. I like to see those demo shots. And these scouts can get another villager. Leary, not looking too good. ACCM coming back a little bit. Leary had a really good Dark Age. And now this Feudal Age. Lost a bunch of Eagles. Lost a villager. This wall is still not complete. Now we have fire ships coming in. They seem to be pretty strong. As you can see on the armor, 4 minus 2. So that's a total of 2 armor. 2 less than normal. And how's the fire ship doing against this spearman? Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. I know, Mono Scout. Don't worry. I know. Thanks for your suggestion, though. I'm trying to use the features a little sparingly. I could use some a little more often. But, like in this situation, it would be very useful. But I don't want to overwhelm everyone with the features. First Castle Age coming in for Leary. This is a sign of promise for him. Gonna go with another military production build. It's gonna be another archer range. So 2 archer range, 2 barracks. Not building anything from the barracks, building archers from the archer ranges. Demo raft's still very effective. I think that demo paid for about itself. And another dock for ACCM. He needs that production speed because, again, the production speed has been nerfed. ACCM, however, has not clicked up to the Castle Age, getting ready to click up to the Castle Age right now. And this looks to be the end of ACCM's pressure. I think Leary's got enough back at home. But he's done some good damage this game. Villager count is 38 to 34. So that means we have about maybe a 3 villager lead for ACCM, considering that ACCM has yet to click up to the next age. And his town center will be idle during that time. And that could be another villager down. Let's see this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, so many archers down. Oh, my gosh. Such a big play. ACCM getting tons of value for this. And Leary wasn't paying attention, I think. He should have split his archers up. And this villager is weak, too. That villager could die in one more hit. Down he goes. ACCM with a big lead this game. And gonna kill off even more of these archers. Are we gonna see maybe a good game from Leary? I don't think so. Leary's not that kind of player. And certainly Leary's not gonna throw in a good game when his opponent is still in the Feudal Age. But here we go. ACCM going to the Castle Age, getting scale barding armor, thinking about adding a few knights. And finally, Leary's gonna finish off this wall. All that effort to finish off this wall. Imagine if that wall was finished a few seconds earlier. 3 town centers for Leary. He's got that Mayans economy. Resources are lasting longer for him. So he's just going to try to max that out. Going to take some stone as well. And think about a castle. Eco upgrades coming in. ACCM still without horse collar. He really needs to get that upgrade. These 3 farms expiring, and soon a lot of these other farms will be expiring, putting a big drain on ACCM's wood economy. And he needs a lot of food for knights. He's got a good bank right now. Going to be pumping knights. Probably going to get his galley upgrades. Those are all expensive. Not a big wood surplus for ACCM, so he's not going to be able to drop down town centers right away. A lot of this wood is going into ships. Hello, Bombay Gypsy. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. We have some pretty exciting games here. And there's that War Galley upgrade. I wonder if ACCM could start to work on these buildings. Taking out those military production buildings, harassing the farms, harassing the wood line with water units. That could be a possibility. Here comes the knight from ACCM. See if it can do any good raiding. Let's take a look at the villager number, 43 to 40. Leary has caught up, and now he's ahead because he added those extra town centers. But he's really got no military. Fireship's going to try to go past the town center. That lack of 2 Pierce armor really hurting there. With the normal Pierce armor, would have survived that town center. And now 2 docks, 3 docks for Leary. Placing it on here. And he's going to start bumping galleys of his own. Leary's not in a bad position, actually. ACCM couldn't do any more damage. And now Leary has a better economy. Not quite yet, but he's getting there. He has more villagers, certainly. But Leary still has to afford for some upgrades. Take a look at this galley. Galley has Bodcanero. Needs War Galley. These knights going to work on this archer range. We need to see some more galleys. And I wonder how this balance is going to be changed. With the galleys doing a lot more damage against the fire ships, since they have that lack of pierce armor. But that archer range is down. That was a big risk for ACCM. He lost a lot of HP on those knights. Leary could have just repaired more and more. But somehow those knights getting in. And you gotta be careful. Don't want the fire ships under the town center. Really don't want that. Gotta get these fire ships out of there. That fire ship going down to the town center. This might be enough for Leary to defend. If not, this will be disastrous. Critical moment in this game. War galleys are doing tons of damage. And knights are on top of the galleys, doing some good damage as well. And how much damage are these war galleys really doing to these knights? Let's see. I think hardly any damage. So these knights could potentially get some good ratings. Mangonel now here for ACC. I'm putting on the pressure. No eagles coming out to snipe off that Mangonel. So Leary is fully invested into the galleys. And I'm not sure they're going to be a good counter to the knights. Villager number 49 to 56. We now have 3 town centers out from ACCM where they're coming up. So ACCM won't be too far behind in economy, but he is a little behind. He still needs to do a little bit of damage. Oh, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you made it. These are some pretty exciting games with some new balance changes just for these maps and new maps. And some great players as always. Glad you joined us. Welcome, Sir Labuk, to the stream. Here comes those knights. Are they losing any HP at all? 808 overall HP. And I think Leary's realized this is not going to work. He needs something other than the galleys to defend. What would be great is +2 armor on these knights, because then they could sit under the town centers. These town centers have Bodcanero. So they are a little bit deadly to the knights. Here comes +2 armor coming in right now. Once ACCM gets that, I think just go in. Go in, raid. Monastery coming up from ACCM. He desperately needs a counter to the knights. And let me double click the knights here. Well, HP is going down. Some of that is due to the town center. +2 armor is still not done. That was premature to take that fight. Wanted to wait for +2 armor. Now we have a ram coming out to take down these 2 barracks. The monastery notably is on the front too, so that could be a vulnerable building. Why choose mines for a water map? Why not choose mines for every map? Because mines are a really good civilization with a good economy. And the mines as well, they get Bodcanero. I remember talking with Tato in the AOC days in an interview, no, with Fire, and I asked him about the mines choice in Masters of Islands, and he said the mines are a great civ for water just because they're a great civ in a lot of situations. Of course, we're past the AOC days, but still, they're a good civ. Here's that demo. Demo's going to explode on the monk. Never thought I'd say that before. Here's that phrase. And Ram is going to go down. Looks like Leary's got some momentum. Leary's also has a villager lead. Let's see if these knights can do anything. They now have +2 armor. They're much stronger than before. Nice quick walls for Leary. And they're losing HP, but super slowly now. It's a big difference between +1 armor and +2 armor. Now a little bit faster now that that fire ship is in there. So the fire ship's certainly doing the most damage. The galley's doing hardly any damage to the knights. But I think Leary's in a strong position this game. His economy is very strong. Leary as well has enough stone for a castle. I like the knight choice from ACCM, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, especially with these monks from Leary.